guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another live video. As promised, I said I was going to come back on after. So I did what I needed to do at the shop, right? And I thought, well, I'm heading back home. Not getting any groceries today. No. We're going to work with what we got at home, right? I'm working with the food I've got at home, right? I purposely, when I left out, I didn't have any money on me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot my money, and I was like, right, that's a sign to not go shopping, right? So. Yeah, so I went to the shop, packed my parcel, had a little natter, and then I decided to come back home. Right. So I figured it'd be good to do a live video now and do a part 2 for what I was talking about last. Right. So I felt like I didn't get to say everything, or I didn't expand on certain points, you know. So I figured it'd be good to go back into that topic and continuing, you know, forgiveness. Hopefully some of you guys do manage to catch me in time, because I'm not going to be on here for long. But yeah, it does feel weird being on here, to be honest. I'm so used to not doing live videos, so it does feel weird talking to a camera, but it's fine guys, I'll just do it for you guys. Yeah, so with forgiveness, guys, the act of forgiving is saying, you know, sometimes it's accepting someone's apology and it's moving forward and moving on with your life. You forgive them, you're not holding it against them, you know, you're not counting score, you know, a lot of people tend to do that. They tend to monitor everything you do wrong, they keep track of it, and then they throw it all against you, right? But forgiveness is the opposite of that. It's you know, when a child says sorry to you, you forgive them, right? You say it's okay, you know, just don't do it again, right? You know, it's that act of forgiveness where someone doesn't have to feel like they've done you wrong and they're reminded about it over and over again. You see this happen in relationships where if someone does something wrong to their partner, it constantly gets thrown in the face regardless if they say sorry or not, right? It's keeping score, right? Keeping score of what they did wrong. Hi AP, what's up? Yeah, it's keeping score, right? I hope you guys can actually hear me because the traffic is so loud. Yeah. So when you're keeping score of what someone's done, it affects the connection you have with them, right? You know, it can make people feel like they're going to walk on eggshells around you. I understand there's people out there that don't feel sorry for what they've done, right? But you have to still forgive them. Because if you don't, you're carrying that part of the person around with you. You know, that's what unforgiveness does, right? You carry that burden around with you. You start lashing out on people. You start throwing insults at people because you think everyone is like that person, right? So you start getting angry at people for no reason. There's a lot of people like this, guys, where you meet them and they're literally like, oh, you're gonna cheat just like my ex, right? And you're thinking, what the hell, you've just met me, this is the first time we're speaking and you've come to some conclusion I'm gonna cheat on you, right? Or if you know, this is the thing, when people don't forgive, they start creating stereotypes out of things, you know, or men are the same, or women are the same, or a certain group of people are the same. Thank you so much for the like. And then what happens is, when they're reminded of that person, and it's a stranger, right? Anyone gets it, right? Anyone gets the insults lashed out on, you know. And that's where people say hurt people, because they haven't healed, right? Sorry is just a word. Yeah, sorry can be just a word, but sometimes some people can genuinely be sorry, where they actually hate themselves for it. I'm going to go into that. Let me just say hello to everyone first. Hi Sharp Waters, hi King Sing, how are you? No need to swear, I didn't swear. Did I swear, guys? If I swore, I'm so sorry. Unless I said the S word, I don't know. Did I swear? I'm so sorry, guys. Right, I'm going to go into it, right. There's this lady, right, she forgave her daughter's killer, right. She met up with him and they both hugged each other and started crying into each other's arms because he was genuinely sorry. what happened was, I don't remember the story completely. I know parts of it. He must have been high on something, and he was trying to drive her home, and he ended up crashing the car, and the pole or whatever you call it went straight through the wind glass and killed the girl straight away, instant death. And when she went to visit him in prison, the daughter's mom who died, the daughter that died, and mom went to visit the guy in prison, and she realised that he was genuinely sorry, you know, and he really didn't want to wish any harm on her, right? And she said by seeing how sorry he is, she's forgiving him because she wants him to move forward with it, but she knows that no amount of jail time is going to fix that. It's not going to make him, how do I explain? It's still basically what she's saying is, no amount of jail time is going to stop him from feeling guilty for it. What she realised. So she said that something's going to live with him for the rest of his life, and that's how she feels sorry for him. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd share that story. I'm going to read your comments now, guys. Some people... Oh, is that why you said no need to swear, Kingston? Because this person just swore in the comments. Oh, I think you're talking to me. Oh, when people don't listen, let me answer that. When people don't listen, it's literally like they don't care about other people's feelings. So they really just care about themselves. And what's on the floor? I literally thought it was a knife, guys, look. What is that? Is that a weapon? I don't know. I literally thought it was a knife on the floor. Yeah, some people, they, you know, talking to some people is like talking to a brick wall. That's also, I'm sure that's classed as abuse as well. If you're talking to somebody, you're expressing how you feel, and they choose to ignore it, I just don't continue the conversation. When I see people don't want to listen to what I've got to say, and they're the problem, they're causing the problem in my life, I set boundaries. It's a really complex situation. It's one of those ones you have to kind of pull up with them a bit longer. Some people have to pull up with baby mothers or baby fathers that act like that as well. It's unfortunately in this world, not everyone's going to act accordingly, and not everyone's going to act right. Okay? Some people like to be difficult on purpose. It gives them that power trip. It makes them feel in control. And inside their head, they're laughing. They find it really amusing. Some people are sick. We have to understand that we live in a sick world. Where we're actually dealing with demons. We're not dealing with people, we're dealing with demons. Demons are working through people. People think this is a joke, right? Demons are actually working through people as we speak now, you know, causing a lot of chaos on earth. You know, this is a real thing. This is why it's important to forgive, because it's not the person that's doing it, it's actually demons. And then when you don't forgive people, the spirit enters you, right? A lot of spirits, demons will enter you when you have a hardened heart, when you're not forgiving people. That's when people have a lot of they say bad luck, but you know, I don't like to use the word bad luck, but a lot of bad things start happening in your life because you've got demons in your heart working through you now because you're not forgiving. So the demons can now, you're giving the demons permission to now cause more ruckus in your life, right? Maybe the comments. I miss this guy. He's like talking to you all. King Sing, so where is it? Where is what? That's an accidental death, so you can forgive that. The thing is, though, to argue that AP, I feel like even if something is accidental, when you're behind a steering wheel and you're high on something, people won't always view it as accidental. If someone's drunk driving and they kill somebody in the car, you're going to be angry with that person. You're going to be like, why did they get in a car when they're under an influence? You know what I'm saying? So it's a fine line, you know. Do people really forgive accidental deaths? How do they even define it's accidental? I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying when you lose a loved one, how you feel is valid to you, and maybe you might not see it as accidental because you're angry. You know that it shouldn't have happened. You're angry with the person that caused it. The thing. It's like when someone shoots the wrong person. Thank you so much for like when someone shoots the wrong person gets killed, an innocent person by accident. I mean, is that even classed as accidental? You know why I like questions like this? It reminds me of sociology. With sociology, you can ask questions and it's like the answer could be anything. It's just a question, a general question. So I love questions like that where you say, well, I'm saying, is it accidental? It just leaves it open to anyone to answer how they want to answer. It's what I mean is the answer is to your own perception. Is that the right word, guys? You know what I'm trying to say, right? The answer, there's no right or wrong answer, is what I'm saying. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Short water, please expand. What do you mean by that? I'm curious now. Explain more. Whatever it is, don't touch it. I definitely won't touch it. They ignore it, and then as the next of kin, you still have to be there when it goes off. This is something personal to you, Shark Waters. This is some personal situation. Oh God, there's a cat. Is that a cat or a black bin bag? It's a cat, guys. A black cat in the dark. You guys ain't gonna see that. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys, I don't want to walk past. Guys, there's a black cat there. You could just see its eyes, but you guys can't see it on the camera. I don't know if I want to walk past it. It's going to meow at me. I don't need this right now. I'm being serious. Oh, God, I don't need this. Right, someone's coming up the alleyway. Let me go past. Let me go when they're going. Cat, please stay. Do not come to me. Let's stay where it is. Give me a few seconds, right? I'm so glad the cat stayed where it was. Because I'm not dealing with no cat meowing at me. Chasing me. I can't actually. The thing is, because it's so dark, I just can see its eyes. That scared me, man. Did not want a black cat run after me, man. Right. I know which cat it is as well. It's always hungry. Hi, Greg. Not listen to what I'm saying in the dialogue in a relationship is disrespect. Literally, it is disrespectful. I shouldn't even laugh, but it is. Some people actually do that. Oh, why do that car do that? Yeah, some people are very disrespectful in relationships. It's always the people. It's always the I don't want to say crazy people. It's always the wrong people that settle down, man. It's like you look at them, you're thinking, why are you actually settling down? You're really not made for a relationship. It's always the way. They're the ones that are the wrong ones, right? When I say wrong ones, I don't mean like you pick the wrong. What I mean is, they're just wrong for everybody, right? They're the ones that always want to settle down, get married and have kids. I'm not even joking. They're always up for it as well, and they know full well they're full of crap. They know they're full of crap, and they literally just do what they can to quickly get a relationship. Their foot's under the table, and then they switch up. It's crazy. It's actually crazy out here. Oh my gosh. Some people get in relationships for the wrong reasons, and literally they do. It's crazy out here. Oh, what world do we live in? Right guys, sorry if I've gone quiet. I'm just trying to like go past a certain part. I've got to pass somewhere, right? I'm trying to be quiet so no one notices me. So that no one notices me. Right? yeah, but as I said, there are a lot of people, they're projecting a lot of their issues onto people. This is why it's important to forgive them, right? Because if you don't forgive them, you're going to be carrying the hurt around in your heart that they're carrying. Do you know how deep that is, right? There's people that got mental issues, not just mental issues, they got, well, mental issues, yeah, let's put it down as mental issues, because mental issues is actually spirits, right? People try and, you know what's funny about this society, they diagnose mental illness like it's really illness. We all know it's spirits and demons, right? So there's people with demons in them and they're projecting it onto people, because when you've got demons in you, you're never going to be at peace, right? You're never going to be at peace. You'll be trying to cause chaos everywhere you go, right? You don't want to quiet a normal life. This is what we have to understand about people, right? So when they're like that, they're going to be projecting that onto you. They're going to be they're going to be planting the lies in your head, seeds of doubt, right? Seeds of failure, right? They're going to be all the negative things you can possibly think of. They're going to plant that in your head. When you say you want to do something, they're going to say you can't do it, right? When you say you're the best, they're going to say you're not the best, right? They're going to keep planting seeds in your head. So they're projecting onto you, right? And then when you start hating this person and years go by and you still hate this person, you've carried the same hate that person has in their heart. You're now carrying that hate inside your heart, right? So you don't want to be carrying a piece of that person around with you. You want to forgive them. That's why they always say forgive your enemies, you know, forgive the rapists, just forgive anyone that's bad, forgive them, because you're going to be carrying around that hatred in your heart. You're going to be judging people. You're going to say all men are bad, right? You're going to be saying all men are liars. Just because that one person lied to you, because you haven't moved on, you haven't healed, you're going to assume all of them are like that. That's how deep it is. You carry that person around with you. The negative element of that person is now in your heart, and you're projecting it onto people. When you have sons, you start projecting that onto them as well. I watched a video of this woman, this black woman, right? She had a black son, and she hated her son, right? And there was on the TV show, and she said sorry to him. She said the reason why I was so horrible to you is because I didn't like my dad. I didn't like men. And he said he forgives her. At 18 years old, 18 years later, he said I forgive you. And he explained like how negative she was and how it impacted his life. Because he said I actually needed your mom in the worst moments in my life. I actually needed your strength, for whatever he said. And it was so sad. They both cried and hugged. And that's 18 years wasted. When you don't heal, when you don't forgive people, you're wasting a lot of years on hate, right? God is love, but you're wasting your life on hate. That's how deep it is. These people need to stay far from me. Because these people need to stay far from me. You know why I'm laughing? Because I know how you don't tolerate stuff. That's why I'm laughing. It's actually funny. Oh my gosh, it actually killed me. Which way should I go? I don't know which way. I'm gonna go the long way. I'm gonna go the long way on purpose. I can stand this video longer. But yeah, guys, do you see how powerful unforgiveness is? How negative it is in your life? When I was speaking to God about it, right, I realised, right, I need to forgive those people that made me who I am today, right? You know, you're constantly trying to prove a point to these people. And I realised, right, when people say to me, oh, you're not acting holy enough, aren't you supposed to be Christian and stuff like that? Even though I don't identify as a Christian, this is the thing I'm talking about. I don't need to explain to them, like in the future, I don't need to be like, oh, look, I did a prayer, look, I'm being like a Christian. Stop explaining yourself to people. Release what they said and let go, forgive them, right? Because they're being used by Satan to say stuff to you, to steer you off your path. So be grateful for the fact that God's strength kept you on the path, right? Do you see what I mean? So their words didn't work, right? So because of their words, you was able to stay on the path through the grace of God, right? So thank them. Because if it wasn't for them, there'd be no reason for you to stay on the path, right? When you see there's, what's the word? Oh, what's the word, is it vengeance, when there's a lot of opposition going on. If it wasn't for that, you'd be stuck in your comfort zone, because there'd be no reason for you to fight for your life, right? So sometimes you need that situation in your life to keep you on the straight and narrow path that God wants for you, right? So thank them, because through his strength you stayed on the clear path, right? If you're someone that was meant to be, not that you were meant to be, not that it was God's plan. If Satan wanted you to be stuck on addiction, on alcohol, on pills, or whatever you call it, but then that one person that was negative in your life, they said that you're never going to make it in life, thank that person, because without that person, you probably would have been popping pills, you probably would have been stuck drinking alcohol days on end. So that person made you have to prove your point to them that you are going to make it in life. So thank those people that come negative, because those negative people may be the reason that you stay on the path that God wants you to stay on, right? So thank the people, thank the negative people, because when you look back at your life now, you didn't follow the negative criticism, you went against it, and thank them, because they actually kept you moving right. It's only love and positive energy over here. That's beautiful energy you got around you, AP. That is so beautiful, literally. It's better to be like that, actually, because why would you want negative people around you draining you? Hi Sean the sheep, how are you? Yeah, that should make you want us to see more. Yeah, but the thing is, the person, right, because what it is, that person that planted that seed, they want to see you fail, right? They what they're speaking is what they want to happen. But God has a power of turning things around for his own good, right? So when men is planning, God is wiping out, right? So if I've got a negative energy towards somebody and I want them to fail, God is going to show me that he's in control and that they're going to win, right? So find those people that are trying to be the naysayers and are trying to steer you away, right? That's why it's so important to stay close to God, because when you've got him on your side, you're always winning. And I'm not even just saying it. But guys, I have to wrap this video up now because I'm nearly home. I actually enjoyed this one than the first one, the part 2. Right, I enjoyed it better because I got to talk with you guys. Actually, it's so good. And you guys always bring the good comments, right? You guys make it interesting, especially you, AP. But you guys always make the topics interesting. Shark Water's made it interesting as well. You guys all have your own little, what's the word? You guys add a little something, right? Is what I'm saying. Oh, thank you for calling me beautiful, even though I feel such a mess. Well, thank you so much. You take care too. All of you guys take care. Guys, I hope that this video helps somebody out there and makes them realise that, you know, take a reflection. Just think about, what is it that you need to forgive someone for? Because we all have people like that where we still continue talking to them, but our hearts haven't forgiven them. And we have to be forgiven, otherwise God won't forgive us when we die, right? Because he forgave us when we sinned, right? And when we're still sinning, right? So if we don't forgive, there's a verse in the Bible about this. If you don't forgive, he's not going to forgive you. If you don't forgive people for their sins, he's not going to forgive you for yours, right? So I'm going to leave you guys on that note. Yeah, we get on like a house on fire, Tanya. That's so sweet. Literally. Right, guys, I'm going to end this video now. I appreciate you all, literally. Such a good topic. Especially when you guys are here. Well, I love you all, guys. Take care. Good night. Stay blessed. Stay close to God and stay prayed up. See you all.